How was y'all day today? It's really cluttered over here and it's bothering me like OD. Peace, graffiti. Hey, babe. Peace to YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Goddamn, our lovies who are running it back as well. How are y'all doing this evening, this morning, whatever time it is around your way? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I am well. I will not complain. I can't complain. Graffiti said, did you just roar? Maybe. Is that what you heard? Peace, yeah, you cute. Hey, hey. Peace, YouTube. Lemonade. Hey, 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 hey. So, y'all know we running Divine. That's my favorite motherfucking time. We running Divine, and that is my favorite time. But we are here, and I'm excited to share this space with you tonight. So let's go ahead and flow into the show. Thank y'all for coming in with the likes, YouTube. I appreciate it. I see you. You know, I got to give y'all flowers because normally I be frying y'all when y'all don't show up. So I'm going to extend my gratitude for you showing up without me having to even ask. Welcome into all of y'all. Graffiti said, okay, segment. Peace, Ray Bay. Hey, hey. Hey, Amber J. With all the love. I send it back times a million. Peace, Kenzela. I am doing well. Thank you. How are you? Welcome in, y'all, to the Crystaline Mars show. I am your co-host, Mrs. Dublé Jones. I am the lady with the stones. I got them come here, and I got them leave me alone. And I'm a spiritual guide to assist you in this life in any way that I can. Along with regular guys, we offer a plethora of personal one-on-one private sessions. So head over there, book your personal readings, past life regressions, guided meditations, rituals, habituals, whatever you need, we got you. So we are celebrating Juneteenth with y'all. So if you'd like to share that space with us, we do have a 19% off sale. It is what episode are we on? Episode 459, which also adds up to, never mind. I got ahead of myself. Never mind. But we have 19% off, okay? The sale starts at midnight. At midnight of June 18th. And the sale closes on the 20th at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. I just added this lovely to the website. Oh my God. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me she ain't good enough for you, baby. Tell me. CrystallineMars.com. This is the creation of the day. I had the intentions to create 2 separate necklaces. I was going to make like one clear quartz one, and then I was going to make a blue chalcedony one. But the way the day and the energy was set up, they wanted to go together. And they go together real bad. Hold on, TikTok. I told y'all, okay, there we go, TikTok. But this gorgeous piece, oh my fucking God. So we have blue chalcedony, which is great for cleansing energy, for clearing energy, as well as healing. We have our clear quartz here, which is great for clearing and activating your chakras. Also great for programming it with whatever intentions you'd like. And at the center, we have this gorgeous silver cat's eye pendant, which is great for transferring your consciousness into your other bodies. But she is so fucking gorgeous. She's on sale for $99, but you'll get free shipping plus the 19% off if you do snatch her up during this sale. You can choose how long or how short you want her, ranging from 16 inches all the way through 24. But she's a beauty, man. She's super gorgeous. I had caught, what do they call it? Like golden hour. Golden hour is like around 6 or 7 or whatever when the sun is setting, and it's like that beautiful golden hue from the sun. So I got some pictures around that time, and those pictures did what they needed to do. So CrystalineMars.com, head over there and you get a better view of her pure, cleansing, refreshing energy. Like, I love that piece. Peace, Adele. Kenzela said, real elegant. Ashe, Ray Bay said, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rafi says she's such a baddie. I don't even know. She's not even baddie category. I feel like the word baddie is an insult. I feel like the word baddie is an insult. We need some elegance, some grace, like a beautiful, graceful name for her. Not baddie. This is not giving baddie. I know what you meant, but you know it's a vibe to everything, and it's not giving baddie. It's not giving. You know how, like, like, say you're a grown ass woman and somebody call you cute. Bitch, I ain't cute. I am beautiful. That was kind of like one of these things. Like, she's not a baddie. She's beautiful. She's exquisite. She's, you fill in the blanks, okay? Tell me what you think. CrystalineMars.com. That piece is on sale. And I also will be creating some more jewelry over the course of the week. So y'all stay tuned, and thank y'all in advance for y'all orders that y'all will be placing. You said, Kenzela said, like, her name is Pearl. Ashe. Jasmine said, elegante. Ashe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She is gorgeous. Peace, Miss Marion. Hey, hey. So we have that sale going on. Well, it's going to be active in a few hours, so y'all go ahead and get y'all cards ready. And we put the carnelian and agate piece back in stock. A lot of y'all have been requesting that piece be put back in stock. I don't have it created at the moment, so I will be making it fresh to order, so I can't show you. But it is a carnelian necklace in this style. A carnelian necklace with a gorgeous orange agate pendant. Again, you can see her on the website as well, but she's back in stock, along with our rose quartz. We still have our rose quartz. Hold on. We have this Beauty Babe. This was the other one that we still have in stock. But this is the rose quartz and who are you? Garnet. This was the rose quartz and garnet piece that we still have on the website as well. So those are the latest, greatest. And we're now going to go ahead and flow. I don't know what's going on with the music. We having a little intervention, but it's okay, because we're still going to transcend to higher dimensions. So welcome in. Peace, Just Kai. Just Kai said, I want them all. Ashe. So the message of the night, tonight's nightly message is, you said, I'm waiting on that jade piece. Kenzela, what kind of jade piece you got? Because we got jade stones. I thought it was green aventurine, but it's jade. So what you want, like a jade necklace? I could get some jade necklaces on the website, like some copper wrapped coils or basic wrap. So let me know. But the message of the night is resistance might be your sign to pause or pivot. Resistance might be your sign to pause or pivot. This is connected to yesterday's nightly message. Yesterday's message was frustration is the first step to freedom, right? And we talked about how there could be some frustration around the resistance, around the restrictions, around the obstacles and things like that. But I invite you to ask yourself, if you are feeling denied, if you are feeling delayed and denied, if you're feeling denied, I invite you to ask yourself, what if this delay is divine? You know, what if this obstacle is actually the reroute that I needed to align with my higher path, or to align with my lover, or to align with my higher self? Okay. And we're often told, you know, and there is a time for us to push through perseverance and to push and to push and to push. But again, that's when discernment comes in. And that could be an invitation for you to pause, right? Prime example, like say you're at a red light, the light turns green, and for some reason your spirit's like, pause, don't hit the gas right away. And next thing you know, right, a car runs the red light. Had you just been so impulsive, with today being Mars Day, Tuesday, with today we also had the Mars entering Virgo. Virgo, encouraging fast acting Mars to hold on. Let's slow down. Let's look at our target, our aim, and let's see what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, right? But say you were to move so fast, that one quick movement could change everything. That one quick movement could change everything. And again, we talked about that premature energy on yesterday. You don't want to be premature. And when it comes to your delays doesn't always mean like, oh, we're not going to do it in this season, right? Remember, we have seasons throughout the year. We have seasons throughout the month. We have seasons throughout the day. So just because your spirit guides or your ancestors or your higher self or this resistance is showing up right now in this moment doesn't mean that tomorrow is not going to be the day. Doesn't mean that in a few minutes is not going to be that time. It could be just right now in this moment. That's not what's needed. That's not what's in alignment. That's not what is required. So don't get frustrated yesterday, aggravated about, the things that the resistance and the obstacles and things that are being put in your way, because it could be just so you, again, to shield you, to protect you, to cover you, to realign you. And with today, I was thinking of the sale, right? There could be some transitions that we grow through as a collective over the next 3 days. I don't know why, but I'm connecting this Juneteenth, and it doesn't matter what your ethnicity or race or if you celebrate Juneteenth or any of that. But I'm just seeing like this middle bridge energy over the next 48 to 72 hours. Okay. And so momentum is key, right? Keep your momentum. But as far as like trying to speed things up or even slow things down, we want to discern. We want to discern and allow ourselves to be fluid and flexible. We're still in this Gemini energy, slowly transitioning into Cancer. That may be what this transition energy is. Like we're in the shadow sun. Y'all know we talk about the shadow moon energy, but we could very well, I ain't heard anybody else ever say this, but we could very well be in this shadow Cancer sun energy. We have 3 days until we enter that energy fully, right? So discern, lean into your intuition, trust your instincts, and before you get frustrated, ask yourself, your higher self, like, what if this, or is this a divine intervention? Is this a divine delay? And just trust the process. Trust the process. You're going to get what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, how it needs to be done. Whatever mail is supposed to be delivered to you is going to be delivered to you divinely. Okay? So that's what I got for us tonight. So our declaration that we're going to share together is, if it's not flowing, and this is divine because I re-released a word of the day, and I was speaking of how flow is not something you do, it is something that you allow, right? And I was at the beach, Cancer energy, at the time that I was filming that video. I had on the red and black, Elegua energy. Tomorrow is the 18th. Wednesday energy, adding up to 9, representing endings, closing up of cycles and things like that. So let's definitely trust the process for sure. But the declaration is, if it's not flowing, I take a breath and feel before I force. If it's not flowing, I take a breath and feel before I force. If it's not flowing, y'all leave this down below. You typing? If it's not flowing, I take a breath and feel before I force. Okay? And, just remember that not everything needs to be forced. Sometimes the most powerful move is not the one that is made externally, it's the one that's made internally. Right? You may feel a need like, oh my gosh, I just gotta move, or I feel the need to move. I gotta go. It's time for me to leave this job. It's time for me to leave this state. It's time for me to leave this relationship. to each his own. I don't know exactly all of what your situation entails, but I encourage you to start within, and then you allow for without to move around as it needs to, if it needs to, however it needs to. But let's start with the inner state again. And we may be like, well, what is moving that energy? How do I move my energy, right? There's different ways you can do it. You can do it through physical exercise. You can do it through stretching, breathing intentionally. You could do it through yoga. You could do it through biking, right? Some kind of physical exercise. You can do it through spiritual exercise where you visualize your energy, visualize your chakras, and you can visualize them as wheels. You can get creative with it, and move that energy literally, internally. Okay. You could even go on a fast. You see, I had to pause to like let it flow. You may just be trying to move. You just talking, walk. And it's like, hold on, bitch. Sit on the bench, pause, breathe, and receive. And so there may be some fasting that needs to be done in some area of your life from something specific to just allow for your body or your mind or your heart or whatever to process whatever emotion, because maybe you just moving so damn fast and you're not giving yourself time to actually digest the food, to digest the shifts, to digest the information. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into the daily energy. So I'm thirsty. Hold on, y'all. I shade to y'all. Hey, welcome in, babes. Peace, T, love, and peace. How you been? Peace, Shay 23. Kinsella said, I'm loving this look. It's giving Egyptian goddess. Thank you. I think it's the jade bracelet I requested to let me know when it's back in stock. Let me go check the site real quick. Oh, no, we don't have any jade bracelets. I could make a jade, like, charm bracelet. Is that cool? Or you want it like a jade beaded bracelet? Kinsler said, yes, the malachite green. Oh, okay. You talking about a beaded bracelet. Okay, I'm going to see what we can do. Ashay. Peace, Shawn. Hey, peace, Shay. Oh, and by the way, if y'all do want a reading tonight, y'all can send y'all love offerings in through Cash App, Apple Pay, Zelle, and Venmo. Super Chat. That's it. No more PayPal. I love y'all to death, but we got these lovelies that keep fucking around. I don't got time. We have a lovely who disputed a charge again. This doesn't happen too often, and I'm glad. I'm grateful, but these things are happening sooner than later, so I could go ahead and make the shifts now before it really starts to become a problem. But I conducted a reading for a lovely, and they claimed that they did not get the service, and they filed a dispute, and so we are crossing out PayPal as a form of payment for any live readings. If you want a live reading, again, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, Super Chat. That's it. So just wanted to let y'all know that's how we moving. That's how we flowing moving forward. Okay. Sadell said, it's like the taking that good energy and turning into a negative. Yeah, it's always, all things are neutral. All things are neutral. And I try to open up these different doors, like, okay, I want to provide the lovelies with all of these different, options, because some people may not have Cash App. Some people may not, have Zelle. Some people may not, so I wanted to make sure I had at least all of the options available, but not at the expense of, I'm actually exchanging energy just to be reneged on. And again, it's not a big problem yet, but I'm looking at the little details and the big picture, like, okay, if we're going to continue to do this, I need to go ahead and make these shifts now before it really becomes a problem. So it is what it is. And, karma always does its thing. So I don't even have to send it back for real. But I definitely got to make the necessary shifts as I see fit. Right. So yes, Merry birthday, Graffiti. I did not forget. I've been thinking about you all day. I've been thinking about you and your solar return all day, Graffiti. And I was going to tell you happy birthday for tomorrow because we're not going to be here. So, Merry solar return. Y'all say Merry birthday, Merry solar return, happy birthday, or whatever to Graffiti. His birthday is tomorrow. One of my favorite lovelies, one of my favorite OGs. So, let's get into the daily energy officially, y'all. I will be covering the daily energy. I said I was thirsty and I kept talking. Hold on. Ooh! Y'all, I can't wait. I'm about to make some. Hold on. I'm coming. I just looked to the side. I'm about to make some super cute charm. I want to make some bracelets and some anklets, but I really want to make some waistlets, y'all. Ray Bay said, "Oh, my birthday is tomorrow too." Oh my gosh, Graffiti, you have a birthday twin. Okay. Shay Shay said, "My birthday is on the 21st. Merry birthday to you as well, if you're not here." But I want to make a waistlet, but bitch, the belly ain't it. I can't model it. I can't model it. Y'all know I'm staying low key. I share with y'all that I'm with child, but I'm not making no public service announcement, nor am I about to model my waist beads on my belly. I don't need all the eyes there, you know? So I'm a little saddened because I know it's for whoever it's gonna be, but it's, if y'all can really see how the copper waist chains look on, it gives you obviously a visual, and they're fire as fuck. And I want to create like content around it, but I can't. But I want to make some copper waistlets. And so I'm probably just still going to do it. And whoever it's for, y'all, you're just going to have to be able to see yourself on it, see it on yourself. And but I have these gorgeous like combinations of stones that I can't wait to pair. I have these like super gorgeous agates here. Agates, and I have like this super cute green aventurine sphere, and they're just gonna go so cute together with like maybe like some clear quartz. I have like little clear quartz chips and stuff as well. So I'm super excited. So y'all stay tuned. All right, and thank y'all. They saying happy birthday. Okay, 8 years later, daily energy for June 18th. Ooh, the moon enters Aries. So why am I yelling? Hey, yo, bitch, can I get some water? And so, nigga, why are you hollering? Hold on. I'm really turned up. Like, bitch, why the fuck are you yelling? Shit. Y'all know how I do. So, Aries, the moon enters Aries, and I channeled to keep that same energy. I channel to keep that same energy, and it feels like it's in regards to today. Now, if you had some shits that we don't want to carry over to today, then leave the energy, okay? We got to bring some new energy with this new cycle and the moon entering Aries. But I channel, keep that same energy. Your continuous momentum is creating and destroying old paradigms. I think this was the connection. Your continuous momentum is creating and destroying old paradigms. Tomorrow starts our 19% off sale. Remember earlier I was trying to like connect it with something. And I was like, wait, no, I'm off. I'm back on, bitch. 19. The 19 represents the beginning and the ending, right? The 1 and the 9. And with this energy, with the moon transit entering Aries, Mars entering Virgo today, it's this energy of us being very intentional and, again, embracing the energy that spirit guides us to move into or move out of, trusting that it is bringing us into balance, because tomorrow is a 33 or a 6 universal day. 6 in numerology represents balance, harmony, Libra, Taurus energy as well, calling for us to fortify ourselves, to be very clear and decisive, okay? There could be like some important conversations that are had on this day as well. This is a great day for activating your chakras. And this may also be a day that you want to use or take advantage of when it comes to teaching philosophies and lessons learned. There could be like some gurus, some mentors. You may have some mentees, some people on the job, some families, whoever that either is teaching or is ready to be taught or learn some things from you, okay? So the colors for the day are white, green, and black. All right. The rituals are going to be on sale as well. If you are ready to get some doors open, to have some obstacles cleared, I would definitely recommend booking the Access Granted ritual paired with the paired with the road clearing ritual, the road clearing with Ogun, and you'll get your discount for both of those. But that's the daily energy for the 18th, and we're now going to go ahead and get into our tarot tea time. You and me time. Thank y'all. Yes, leave your green, black, and white hearts down below. Thank you. Peace, Mystique. So, it's going to be a general reading. Again, if y'all do want a reading tonight, send your love offerings in. I'll conduct those. First come, first serve. I do not have a lovely and Q, so we can start with you. But, yeah, I want you to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. What we got? So what we're going to start with. Yeah, I don't know what's been going on with the music, but it's cool. Let's see what we got. What's the perspective? Collective perspective. Peace, filler. Amazings. Ashe. All the things. Blink. Juju. Melvin over there with the likes. Thank you kindly. What we got? Hold on, y'all. I remember, what is this back down memory lane head ass? Because I just keep thinking of all of like my military memories. Like last night I was talking about it. But I was just seeing, I shared with y'all before, I used to be the A-Rock, which is like the assistant head honcho of our unit in boot camp. I was the one who sang cadence. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. We used to be jamming, bitch. Left, right, left, right, left. And I used to freestyle. I used to like always switch it up. Every time we'd march, I'd like just have like a different kind of tempo. And we used to be fucking bopping, bitch. And I remember pivoting used to be one of my most favorite things to do. Pivoting, because it's like, you know, we'd be marching. And then the pivot, it was just like so smooth. We'd be like, doop, doop. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it. But pivoting used to be my favorite thing to do. And that may be a message here for you. It may be, Ashe. It may be a little frustrating because maybe you so locked on what you want. You so locked on what it should look like. You so locked on what it should feel like. But it's this energy of spontaneity. It's this energy of not knowing what to expect, when to expect it. Because one thing about it, you had to be fucking paying attention because the pivots will come out of nowhere. Okay? And it is important that you move in alignment with your team. Shit, you may be over here like, oh, I know where I'm going. And your guys over here like, okay, we know where we going. We know where we got and collective. And you over here so tunnel fucking vision, so locked in, right? So rigid. You ain't even noticed we pivoted. Now you the fuck off. Nah, everybody tripping over you. Because you didn't pivot. You still left, right, left. Bitch, we pivoted. And so, you know, it's often that we like for things to be switched up. We like for... it's, you know, we all built a little different. Some of us like, bitch, I don't like that. Like, I like to know what to expect. I like the same thing every day, right? But one thing about it, the only constant is change. And shit gonna always shift. And that's what we're learning, remembering, and being encouraged to adapt with the times. Okay, so right now it may be a little frustrating, but you're gonna learn to appreciate and look forward to the shifts, remembering that every shift is getting you closer and closer and closer to that thing, that person, that peace, that understanding, that wholeness, that love, whatever that is. So let's get back to the cards. We have expectations in reverse. Then I say not knowing what to expect. Let's see what this is about, though. Bitch! I wanted to pass out, but hold up, bitch. You know, I got a little hair up, so I got to carry myself a certain way. I can't just sling my head everywhere. You know, I got my little skirt with a little slit on the side. I can't just fall out because I don't know what's going to be exposed. Okay, so ooh, we got expectations in reverse. We have sudden wealth in reverse here. I'm hearing Janae Aiko song, You Gotta Stay Ready. And I'm thinking about how we got like hella bracelets in stock, if not anything. We got hella bracelets, we got hella anklets, we got hella shit in stock, we got hella facelets trying to figure out what the fuck y'all got going on. But I'm like, you know what? Y'all come through with the sales and stuff, but we still have an abundance of stuff. And I'm like, it's cool. Because whenever they come through, I'm ready for you. I'm ready. I'm waiting for you at the door. And that's what has made my life so much easier over the past few weeks. That's how I've been able to expeditiously get a lot of y'all's orders out, because I already have it prepared. I already have it created. Some things I'm creating multiples of because I know they're going to move fast. And so you may, again, be frustrated because you're like, why do I got to do all this? Or I done been doing all these rituals, or I'm literally waiting and waiting and waiting, or preparing and preparing. And I have this overflow, this overload, and I am ready to unload. I am ready to receive. I am ready to unleash, whatever. And Spirit like, oh, baby, don't worry about it, because when that time comes, when you least expect it, you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready. You may have just got started with something and you like, okay, I'm ready for it to come in. And say, hold on. To your love. Keep that same energy. Just continue to go ahead and do what you're doing and trust the timing. But soon as you done got a little something, now you ready to go. Hold the fuck up. So what's up? We got expectation. We got sudden wealth in reverse. I was thinking about that too, bitch, because y'all know I be sharing my little testimonies with y'all and stuff like that. And it was a season in my life, like 2 years ago, I started words of the days, right? That's how a lot of y'all came in. And Graffiti, you were confirmation today for me when you left that comment. And so it was like every day for at least a year, or at least 6 times a week for a year or so or more, I would record encouraging words. And sometime around last fall, last summer, I felt, called the pivot. And I'm like, okay. When we had the tower moment last summer, to those of you who know, it was like at that moment, it was like nothing was the same. And I'm like, okay, it just didn't feel the same. I wasn't getting dressed every day. Y'all know I'm not going to show up looking crazy. Y'all know I'm not going to show up looking crazy on the internet or outside, period. But I wasn't outside as much because I wasn't at the mall every day. So I would only get dressed a lot of the times in the beginning. I would only get dressed at night for the show. And so I was trying to record my encouraging words at night, but it just started feeling forced, because normally when I would record my encouraging words, I would be out and about. I would be at the mall. I would be walking to Whole Foods, and I'm like, ooh, I got a message and I'm just going to record or whatever, right? But the energy shifted, and I was like, you know, and then I'd post every now and then, and the lovelies would be like, oh my God, I missed you. I really need these words. And so I felt this pressure, like I got to show up because the collective is looking for me to show up in this way. But it just was not resonating with me anymore. I was not in that same space that I was. And so I've slowed down tremendously when it comes to the words and my encouragement, my messages of the day. And so I think it was last night. Couldn't even get an answer. And I'm scrolling on TikTok. Next thing you know, I'm all the way down to my very first video. I remember my very first word of the day. I went viral. And I had over 2,000, 3,000 views on that first video. And I didn't even know what to expect. My spirit just led me to record a video telling me something. And then my spirit's like, save these videos. Save these videos. So I'm saving all of the fucking videos. There were certain videos that my spirit was like, nah, we don't need that. Because I was in some different kind of energy. But I ended up saving like almost 200 words of the day. And I'm like, okay, now what? And my spirit was like, we're going to post once a week. This is not with intentions to go viral, because I've had my viral moments, and I've found that in the viral moments, it's like, okay, fuck the virality, bitch. What about the sustainability, right? Like, viral is cool and all that, but I want something long lasting, right? But I also do know the power of my messages, and I also do know the space that I have right now to be recording and doing all that, and I'm not in that same space again. So my spirit was like, save these videos, post one video a week. And I'm like, okay. And it's interesting because I'm just going to be posting them and seeing how they fall in alignment with the weeks, with the days, with the energy that we're presently in. These are going to be words from years ago. But again, there is no such thing as time, right? Well, there is a such thing as time, but time really just shows us the transitions, but it all resonates. It just may, we may be in a different season in our life, or it may be physically something completely different, but the message still resonates. And I'm like, oh fucking K. So based off of my schedule and how many videos I have saved, bitch, I have videos that I will be reposting messages that we need in this present moment and the moments thereafter, right? Messages channeled from the ancestors, messages channeled from my higher self, messages channeled from the Most High God. I have enough videos to post one a week for the next 2 to 3 years, bitch. 2 years, I think, at least. And I'm like, okay. And I know things are about to shift, because I know how things shifted when I was in that energy. And again, I know that I am being called to give these messages to the collective for whatever reason y'all need it. Whatever reason we need it, because I am a part of that. And so there were things that I did then. My point of saying all this was, there were things that I was doing then that I am now able to use as a tool today and moving forward. So there could be things that you're being called to do now that maybe you're not going to actually use, or it's not going to actually take off in that way that you see until a year from now, maybe even 2 years from now. Right? So just trust the process and know that you're setting yourself up for the future. You're setting yourself up for the future. So don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. And if you are outgrowing something, like I said, I was feeling need to pivot, but I was like, collective still looking for me in this way, because this is how a lot of them came in, and now I switched up on them. And it's like, you got to do what spirit is telling you to do, and know that what you're doing is what's needed. Okay? Knowing what you're doing is divinely guided, and it's going to all come full circle in whatever way that looks like when it needs to. Okay? So I know that our family is going to be expanding expeditiously over the next year or two. Also, y'all check out Brother Lagase's service. Y'all check out Brother Lagase's service, because intuitively, through cards, through tarot, through just my gut, through dreams, through me studying my personal chart, I know that I'm moving into a very abundant season of my life. And that's why I'm being called to prepare a lot of stuff, so I'm not stressed out, right? I'm being called to make certain shifts and things like that to make things easier when the energy does come in overwhelmingly. And just the other day, Brother Lagase, he looked at my chart. He looked at my cartomancy chart, which cartomancy is the OG. Cartomancy is where tarot came from, essentially. I specialize in tarot. Brother Lagase specializes in cartomancy. So Brother Lagase, he offers a 1 year ahead service where he looks at your chart, he looks at your cards. And even if y'all have gotten a birth chart from me, the cartomancy, it's different. It's a different perspective, different energies that we work with, but they both are accurate, but it's just two different things. And he pretty much confirmed that the next 2 years is Sweet Life Manifesto. If you know, you know. And I'm like, all right, cool, bet. Like, I already knew that. I felt that. I was calling that in, but it's literally written in the stars. And I'm like, okay, cool. So some of y'all may definitely want to look into Brother Lagos's services. Like I said, specifically that 1 year ahead, regardless of where you are, he can pick up from today and guide you and show you like what's going to be happening or what energies you can take advantage of. I do offer birth chart readings as well, so you can choose whatever perspective or both. But again, there could be some things that you're being called to prepare for. But maybe you're in the unknown and you're frustrated because you don't understand. Let's really look at the black and white. That's why I love birth charts. Tarot's cool, oracle's cool, intuition's cool, but it ain't nothing like that black and white. It ain't nothing like that black and white confirmation, looking at the stars, looking at the planets, looking at your birth chart, your birthday, and seeing how it really, really aligns. Like, what's really good, you know? So we do have some expect the unexpected with this sudden wealth and expectations in reverse here. We're going to get back to the cards now. Thank you, Mystique. The Hall Monitor. Shit, you better take pride. Y'all know SpongeBob took pride in me in a damn Hall Monitor, bitch. What we got? Come on, give me one. I just want one from this day. I ain't feeling too much in here. Just give me one. Thank you. All right, we got They Talking. Ah, shit, bitch. I wish I had my tea. I think I gotta bring tarot tea time back. I need to do better with my tea anyway, because there's certain teas I want to consume as I'm in my last trimester. So tarot tea time might be back with the real tea. But we got They Talking. But you need to keep on walking. People sipping on my life like it's their favorite gossip blend. Honey, my story's not for everyone's palate. So, resurrected, they didn't expect it. With this sudden wealth and expectations in reverse, somebody or some energies, entities, deities may not have expected you to remain connected, for you to rise. But your ass will catch them by surprise and somebody talking. Or they will be talking. They will be talking about your life. They will be talking about your glow. And that's why you may be called to really do the healing work right now. Because fuck all that faking it till I make it type shit. Fuck all that smiling, I look good. Oh, my mama, I look good. Yeah, I look fly. Yeah. You smell good, you look good, you smiling. But to those of you who know, you know, you could see when you could see somebody's true self. You can hear somebody's heart posture. You could feel somebody's dis-ease. And you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that. We really want to embody that of which we speaking out for real. Right? Not you trying to damn convince yourself of stuff, which is what it normally is. So whatever Spirit's calling for you to do, to purge, to embody, to become, this is not for the people, but it is for the people at the same damn time. Because some of y'all are going to be triggering people into their awakening. Some of y'all are going to be forcing people to see their shadows. And vice versa. You ain't exempt. Okay? So there could be some people talking about your past. Maybe you was a hoe in the past life. Maybe you was broke in the past life. Maybe you was, emotionally unstable in the past life, right? I don't know what you was like or what you did or what you said or what you ain't do. I don't know. But somebody could be talking about, yeah, they used to be on this. They was on that. Yeah, and so that might be why you need to come to terms with certain things. So when people come to you about you, you ain't bothered. You're not disturbed because you've forgiven that aspect of yourself. You now understand that aspect of yourself in that season that you were in. You now accept yourself. You now hold yourself accountable. Like, yeah, that was fucked up of me. Yeah, I was a hoe. Right? Or I was rude. I was selfish. I was. And that was fucked up. It was. But I choose better now. You know, I choose in alignment now. I mean, it is what it is. I can't undo that. I can't undo that. And that may have some energy appalled because they may be expecting for you to still be in this victim mentality. They may be expecting for you to still, you know, be lying out loud or lying to yourself about what you did or what you didn't do or whatever. What you feel or what you don't feel. But let's see. Hold on, because you can't. I said I want one, but now you made me want another one. Give me one more, then we done with this day. What they talk about? What? I mean, we know what they talk about, but just talk to me. Okay. We got figuring it out in reverse. Figuring it out in reverse. So this could be somebody who was experiencing you at your worst. I got you, Chayla. I used to go to school with a girl named Chayla. What kind of reading would you like? But, yeah, they could have caught you at a low. They could have caught you at a low when you was in that I don't know. You was trying to figure out who you are, what life was. Maybe you just started your spiritual awakening and you, y'all ever been, who was in that phase? Some of us may be in that phase now. It's okay. We all in different seasons. To where every time you saw an angel number, I was purging through my voice memos. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just saw 111. And like, I was just so pressed because I was just like seeing different angel numbers. And I was just like, oh my gosh, so magical. And like, oh my gosh, like I just looked at spirituality as like so magical. And it was just all, I mean, it was in the beginning of my awakening. So it was like a whole new world for me. And so some of y'all may have been in that space where maybe this person met you when you were in a very dark space, or they met you when you were first starting off with something new, maybe new on the job. I don't know what that was, right? And with this figuring it out in reverse, it's given very much you're not the math is mathing. You know what 2 + 2 equals now. And so somebody may be trying to pass judgment on who you were, but something don't hold weight though. Somebody could be talking about you, trying to tarnish your name, trying to turn people against you. And the people are looking at you like, looking at them and looking at you like, I don't see that. Are you sure you're not projecting? Are you sure that you said it's them? And again, it's not that you're putting on this innocence energy, but you just may be really, you may have healed that aspect of yourself, or you may just be shining in a new light. You know? But somebody may still be trying to figure it out, figure you out. Somebody could literally be dead ass, like looking at your page or trying to study your chart or something like that. Trying to figure out how the fuck did you bounce back? How are you not bothered? How are you manifesting? How did your money situation just pan out? Damn. Damn. So speaking of angel numbers, let's pick an angel number. Mystique said, it's me. I'm in this phase. What? Where everything feels like magical to you? Ashay. Let's see what angel number we got today. All right, let's see. What it do? What it be? Y'all think y'all slick. We've been getting carried away with this tarot tea time, bitch. It's okay. I'm about to close up in a minute. You said that and people meeting me in my downs. That's the best part. That's the best part. You get to see me from the start. All right, what we got? Bitch, we got the 0110. I see 111. I see 111. Okay, that's not what came out. Doing the most. All right. 111. This ain't say 111, but now I can't unsee it. It's 0110. And that's visionary energy, right? So some of y'all may be visionaries. You may be very intuitive, where you're able to see in spirit and you're being called to like hold on to that faith, right? But we have, you're blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out from the crowd. That's what they're talking about, because you're standing out from the crowd. They may be talking about your talents, your skills. Embrace what makes you different. That's your path to success. Your dreams will soon come true. Your dreams will soon come true. I remember when I first began to manifest multiple streams of income, I didn't know exactly what that would look like, but now I do. Now I do. Right. There could be things that you're still just trying to make sense of. And Spirit's like, don't worry about the details as Mars enter, or don't get fixated on the details. Don't get fixated on it being this perfect or just this fixed way. As Mars entered Virgo, Virgo can be very perfectionist. Okay, so there's going to be some action that you're being called to take, and you don't feel like super stoked about it because maybe not everything's together, or everything does not make sense. But we have expectations in reverse, sun and wealth in reverse. So let it come through and surprise you. But your belief system may be challenged. Your belief system may be challenged. Some people may be talking about your belief system because maybe you dibble and dabble in both religion and spirituality, or you choose religion but you look at tarot, or or you may be judging yourself because you're like, what do I gotta pick a side? And I like to think from experience, when you really evolve and you ascend, you see the truth in religion. You see the truth in spirituality. You see the benefits of religion. You see the benefits of spirituality. You see the duality of all things. Okay, so don't be so damn spiritual that you can't even relate or understand, overstand the religious aspect. Are you church hurt? That's something that I had to explore as I was on my journey when it came to religion and what they say, religion, and like it's so many truths around how it was birthed and the agenda, but there's other truths as well beyond that. So what are you co-signing to? What are you subscribing to? It may make sense, but let's really dig a little deeper. Let's dig deeper beneath the surface and get to the truth. The duality of truths. The dark side, the manipulation side, they, trying to get you further away from yourself, your core. But let's look at the truth, the other truths as well. It is governing. It is, you are getting closer to source. It just looks a little different. So there could be some things that you're still trying to figure out too. And you may be worried about being talked about, being frowned upon. Oh man, I got all my crystals. What are they going to say? Or I want to smudge my house. What are they going to say? I want to put up an altar. What are they going to say? And somebody's going to always have something to say. So let's close out with... Ooh, feeling kind of OG. And just how I'm so silly up here, this is me. This is me. And a lot of y'all, 99% of y'all, I have never met in person. But I had to grow into this space of being comfortable with just being silly old me. I'm a little weird. That used to trigger me 2 years ago. One of my favorite teachers, one of my greatest teachers, she wasn't necessarily my favorite. She used to call me weird, and I was doing weird shit. I used to be feeling energy, and I used to come around like with this mysterious, my Scorpio energy. She couldn't read me. My face is a little like, you could tell I'm not here, but I'm thinking about some shit, and and I used to be called weird, and it really used to bother me, because I'd be like, don't call me that. Like, I'm not fucking weird. You just don't get it. But it used to really, really trigger me. And now I get it. I am a little weird, and I'm cool with that. I am goofy, and I'm cool with that. I don't let Brother Lagos's seriousness force me into a space of where I gotta act like a certain thing. No, this is the fuck me. And if you get jiggy with it, then Come on, Will Smith, get jiggy with it. Yeah, 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 yeah. But it is what it is. Okay, come on. And I'm not one way all the time either, because sometimes I'm not as silly. Sometimes I ain't with the shits either. But y'all be seeing it. Y'all be knowing. You can hear it in my voice. It be showing. It's a lot of me said, I can't wait to meet you in person. No, for real. Passion said the same thing. I can't wait to meet you in person. I love y'all. Lotus B said, I've had a few downloads about you, love. Strong, beautiful energy. What the spirit say? Tell me. They was talking. What they say? Leather Flower Design said, I'd like a reading, please. About to send it. Okay. Inevitable Truth said, once you zoom out far enough on the world, nothing is that serious. I feel you. Ashe. Where said, I don't think you're weird. Guess I'm one too. Ashe, no, I did used to do weird shit though. It wasn't like this shit that you see. It was more so, because this was in the beginning of my journey and I was new to being outside. Like, because when I first started my walk, when I first had my spiritual awakening, heavy on hermit mode, which is, it's that's why I won't recommend it, because it could be very shocking. It could be very shocking. I was in hermit mode for like over a year. And when I say hermit mode for me looked like I was off grid. I had no social media. I only had a YouTube channel where I did spiritual services. I wasn't talking to family. I was not talking to friends. It was just me and my daughter. The only outside I did and the talking I did was with people that I met outside. Outside of that, I didn't exchange numbers. Went to the grocery store, came back home. Went to the park, came back home. I was here, but I wasn't here. I was in that space for like over a year and a half. Met Lagos, started working with him at the mall. Culture shock, bitch. I'm like, whew, people, whew, energy, whew, spirits, whew, embrace myself, whew, communicate, whew, protect my energy, whew, market, whew, sell crystals, whew, dress. Whew. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was like, what the fuck is, I was so lost. I was so lost trying to figure it out in real time. And so when I speak of the weird energy that I was in, I just was like, I would get a lot of downloads, but I'm like, what does this mean? I'm now around people and their energy, like, because again, I was hermit. So I was able to tap into cards. I'm asking about family members. I'm asking about friends, tapping into the energy that way. But when it came to actually being in somebody's presence who I didn't know, who I just met, meeting new people, I'm trying to articulate. I'm trying to feel like, okay, what is this? Is this mine? Is it theirs? What does this mean? What do I do with this? And so while getting hit with all of this, I had to keep going into it every day. Every day I had to show up at the mall. I didn't have to. I was choosing because I wanted to show up for my man. But I was just, so when I would come around the person that called me weird, I was just trying to understand their energy. And so it was a lot of times I would be quiet because I'm like trying to feel it. I'm like, something's off, but they saying this, but I got downloads about that. I seen this. I feel this. I hear this, but they saying this. What the fuck? So I would just be quiet. You know, I get the squinty eyes. I'm pulling cards. They're not into that shit. So, but they was into spirituality, but they couldn't read me. They didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. So from the outside looking in, it's like, what the fuck this bitch got going on? Cause she over here quiet. She squinching eyes. She walking around in circles. She fucking pulling cards. She ain't saying shit. Scorpio energy, screaming, intimidating. What the fuck? So I understand where they was coming from because I was real like with it. But even that, I still carry that. I just don't, it doesn't show up in the way that it used to. But I do get that some people may still see me as weird. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I say, yo, where's true? Wait, what you said? Hold on. Oh, you said relatable as fuck. I'm relatable. Okay, cool. I say, oh, Lotus B said I was in hermit mode for a decade. How was that when you got outside? Was it shocking? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ashe. Okay. Twyla said, how do we spell brother? Lagos. She spelled it Lagoss. That's hilarious. No, that's hilarious. Don't take it personal because a lot of y'all like don't know how to spell his name or pronounce it. But I ain't never see it like that. Lagoss. No, so it is pronounced Lagos, but it is spelled low gas. It's spelled low gas. So Logas. Logas. Lagos. Mystique says, same. I'm ready for the CMT baby shower. I ain't having no CMT baby shower. But we got the what's the called? Wow! Registry. We got the registry on our Instagram links. So if y'all do want to show some love. Somebody been experiencing like where you can see energy with your eyes. I'm experiencing it right now where I'm seeing like lines. I'm seeing it, but it's like gold lines just moving around me. But you may notice it when you're outside where you can see like the particles. Somebody is in that phase too. I remember that was in the beginning of my awakening too. I was like, oh, I could see the energy. Whoa! Oh my gosh. You said thank you for your time. I tip. Thank you. Lotus says shocking is an understatement. Everything you said times a million. That's why it's ghetto. That's why I said don't be getting wrapped up in what everybody telling you. It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. And they talking about, oh, hermit yourself. You got to do what's best for you. All that, yes. But let's seek the lies within the truth too, right? Isolation is unhealthy. Boundaries are healthy. But isolation is not healthy. Isolation is not healthy. It's not. It feels healthy in the moment. You like, whoo, I ain't got to deal with that stuff. Whoo, I get to hear myself. Whoo, all that. But then when it's time to coexist, when it's time to go to the family reunion, when it's time to go to work, because you've been working from home and now you ain't working from home. Now you got to work in the office. Now what? Now what? Well, no. What the daily energy say? Keep that same energy. I thought you weren't bothered. I thought you was grounded in self. I thought you knew who you were. What happened? Shaw, you see what the fuck really, you see where you really are. Because when we are hermiting ourselves, it's a bittersweet, sweet and sour space that we're in because it's so much space and clarity that so much clarity that can be received from the space that you're in. But then it's also like we can fall into delusion and begin to believe our own lies. We begin to believe that we're somewhere that we're really not, right? Because you're like, oh, I've been doing better. But you also haven't been facing resistance. You know what I mean? So really, you haven't been doing better. You just ran away from the problems. Okay, you said you're healed. Okay, you took some time apart. You did some healing. But when the trigger arose again, when the opportunity came again, you froze. You reacted how you normally do because you're not healed. You did the healing, but you're not healed. And when you actually life be life and you interact with humans, the truth will be revealed. But as long as you hermiting yourself, you gonna believe, oh, I'm healed or I'm this, I'm that. It's like, we're gonna see what the fuck really good when you, like I said, I thought I was, bitch, you couldn't tell me shit. I was like, I am delivered. I am not gay no more. I am delivered. Bitch, shit, I hit that motherfucking wall. Woo. Woo. And it was even more of a shock because this was my first time I went in hermit mode as I was transitioning out of the Navy. The Navy is its own like world. Whereas like, bitch, everybody else is, y'all other people's, y'all civilians. But the military, it's like a tribe kind of energy. So I didn't know how to even exist on a regular life kind of plane, you know? So it was really shocking. Okay, so we got scared here. Lotus B says, so you're pregnant? That was a download? Yes, I'm pregnant. I'm in my 3rd trimester, lovely. Congratulations. Thank you. You said that's why I sent the gift emoji earlier. Yes, you own it. You own it. I am 7 months. I am 7 months, a little over 7 months. What we got? So we got scared. We have happiness here. You retired 20 years. Wow! I made it 6. And that was it. And we have out of your control. We have complications. We have miscarriage. Happiness, salts. So, scared, happiness, out of your control. Some of you may be scared of moving into an energy of trusting maybe spirit, maybe trusting yourself, or getting excited for something. Maybe you've gotten blue balled in the past. Maybe something wasn't successful in the past. Maybe somebody ghosted you in the past. And you may be scared again of this miscarriage, something falling through. But what's this out of your control? Brother Lagas ain't coming at this point, bitch. I know he not. We got say yes to this incoming offer. Say yes to this incoming offer out of your control. Let me see. We got nausea, luxury lifestyle. Ooh, some might make somebody sick. Somebody may be sick. But we got out of your control, luxury lifestyle. Say yes to this incoming offer. So with this out of control, it felt like it was fated. It felt like it was always aligned. But you may be trying to control something. And Spirit's like, give me the fucking wheel. Chill. Cruise control, bitch. You trying to control, but just cruise. Cruise. I've shared this with y'all before. Like my car has a feature where when it's on cruise control, it monitors like the distance of the car in front of me. So when it feels that it gets too close to a car, it slows down the cruise control. If it gets too close, it'll just like jerk the car, like stop, you know. And so I really is giving low key fake Tesla. I don't have a Tesla. But you know, I guess like the Tesla will literally drive for you. My car doesn't quite drive for me, but when it comes to cruise control, when it comes to braking, when it comes to slowing the control based off the speed of the flow of the traffic, it does that. And so some of y'all may be called to just, like I said, flow, to cruise, to trust that your guides, your ancestors, your higher self is going to navigate you through this space successfully. But you may need to take a hands on the wheel. Fuck that. Get your hands off the wheel. Today is the 17th, which adds up to 8, which is that Capricorn energy. Capricorns love power and control. Some of y'all may have some Capricorn placements, but even if you don't, this is a reminder for all of us to just trust that that we are in flow, that we are in alignment. So that concludes our tarot tea time. This was a very thorough read, but I enjoyed it. Thank y'all for sharing this space. We're going to close out with our declaration, and I'm going to get into our personal readings. I think I have 2 lovelies in queue. And Chayla, we're going to start with you. Chayla, where you at, Chayla? What kind of reading would you like? And then we got Rosa. Rosa. Leather Flower, you sent in $2 for a gift, I assume. Thank you. I sent it back times a million. You did say you wanted a reading, and you said you sent the tip. So were there 2 separate readings that I just don't, 2 separate things that I just don't see? I just see one thing from you, and I see something from Rosa. Rosa. So inevitable truths. Okay. Business related for me. Blanco said I should speak. I got to give our declaration. So, baby boo, Chayla, what kind of reading? Oh, that's you. What kind of reading? General love, career, past, present, future, ancestral, birthday. What kind of reading would you like? And then we have inevitable truths up after. And inevitable. Oh, Leather said no, just a tip. Okay, no reading. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it so much. That was very kind of you. Okay, I just wanted to be clear. Okay, so we only have 2 readings then. So let me just text Brother Lagas, see if he's joining. He was a little on the fence when I asked earlier. And we are running very divine today. So I won't be surprised if he say no. Okay. You want a love reading? Okay, so we have a love and then we have a general. Lotus B said, Ashe, cruise control, business related for me. Ashe. Lotus, this is so triggering. Lotus said, I was so confused. Like, are people really like this? I was so tempted to go back inside, but Spirit wouldn't allow that. You wanted to run back in the house, bitch. Nope. Face the bully. Okay, so we're going to do a love reading for Shay. Is that how you say it? Or is it Che? I mean, I think it would be Shay, right? All right, so let's see what we got for this love energy. Thank y'all so much for the loves. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. And I send you the same. Okay, love. Ah. Okay. All right, it's Alana. Take care. Thanks for sharing this space. Shay love. Oh, I said it right? Okay. You have unstable in reverse. We have next level upright. We got focus on me upright. We have happy life in reverse. So this is a message for you to ground yourself in love and allow for the love to flow. It does feel like there is some sabotaging energy. You are ready for the next level. You are ready for love. You are ready for this next level of whatever this love looks like for you. Rather it's actually dating, or if it's actually being exclusive, or if it's marriage, whatever these things are. It's like your heart desires it, but with this happy life in reverse, it's feeling like some kind of sabotage. Maybe you feel like it doesn't exist, or there could be some self-worth things that you're kind of struggling with at this moment. But Spirit is inviting for you to see yourself as worthy. Maybe affirmations could help you. Maybe even you just reflecting on the value. Oh, the declaration. Thank you. Maybe just reflecting on the value that you've brought in your past relationships and taking that like, no, I am worthy. I am a great lover. Or I am a great nurturer, or I am a great supporter, or whatever these things are. Real quick, I forgot to get our group declaration. Thank you, Mystique. Let's close out collectively with our declaration, which is, I honor resistance as a message. So everybody lead us. This goes with our Tarot Tea Time for the collective. I honor resistance as a message. I honor resistance as a message. Okay? I honor resistance as a message. So back to Shay. So definitely, it's time for you to repurpose your past and understand that not everybody had the capacity to receive or to show up for you in the way that was reciprocal. But that said less about you and more about them. Ashe. Thank y'all for the engagement. Yeah, I love y'all. Brother Lagos did say he's joining, so y'all stay with us. He is joining us. We have the trickster in reverse. So I don't know. There could be some energy that's coming in quicker than you feel ready. Something may catch you off guard. It's given like, is this it? Can I? And Spirit's just like, can I open up? Should I say I like them? I don't want to act too pressed. And, this is not encouraging you to act pressed. But if you are interested, show your interest. Show your interest. We have the trickster in reverse. So I do feel like whatever energy, whatever love interest this is that's coming through, we did have to say yes to this incoming offer that just came in as we close up the collective. So that definitely speaks to you as well. So I do see whatever this trickster energy is in reverse. It's in reverse. So don't sabotage your future based off of your past. This person is going to have eyes for you and only you. I do feel like the love language is going to be a little different though. And it may really force you to really because this person is going to show interest, but the validation, you're going to have to validate yourself, and they're going to confirm what you know by them choosing you. But you still got some work to do within yourself, but you're not going to be 100% healed or perfect before you meet your person, for sure. You're more confident. Great. Good to hear. Good to hear. I do see some triggers arising though. When this person does come in, or when this relationship does deepen, I do see your triggers coming to the surface. Because it's like they're going to maybe highlight some things that maybe you don't love about yourself or something like that. You was insecure in the past. Okay. What we got? We have the unknown in reverse. Okay, so this is a familiar kindred spirit. And we have chaos and destruction. Okay. Interesting, beautiful. Yeah, this is definitely some kindred spirit type energy that's coming through for you. Y'all have shared past lives together. So you're going to feel like you've known them for a long time. And that may be why you want to put your guard up. Because you're like, yo, I just met you, but I feel like I know you because you do on a soul level. We have chaos and destruction. This is card number 16, which adds up to 7, which represents completion. Very spiritual energy. So there's definitely like some energy that is next level. Some next level energy. Very spiritually in tuned here. We have love overflowing in reverse. So definitely, I would recommend that you do like some heart tapping, wearing greens, eating avocados, green grapes, greens, foods, working with jade, green aventurine, rose quartz, your love stones, moldavite is going to help you with really moving into this energy and allowing for it to flow to you and flow through you. Okay? So that's what I got for you. And now we're going to close out with the Inevitable Truths general reading. And I'm going to let Brother Lagasse come in. Ready. All right. So Inevitable Truths for a general. Okay. Inevitable Truths. Oh, interesting. Inevitable Truths. What I'm picking up for you is you're going to have the opportunity to show up for like your nieces or nephews or like some people under you in a way that you've been wanting to in the past. Something's coming through for you to where it's like now you get to show up in a way that you've wanted to. Not sure if there was some resistance that didn't allow you to. And even if it's not nieces or nephews, it's like, it feels like youth though. So it could just be youth. Let me see. You said I wear jade. Yes, Ashe. So wear it with intentions to open your heart up to this divine love. Okay. You might even want to like say some I am ready for love type India Ari type energy. What we got? Please flip a card. Flip me a card, Dublé. If you're sending love in a love offering, lovely. But we close for the night. We have the 5 of Cups in reverse. We have the Hierophant in reverse. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. The Inevitable Truths. King of Wands. I told you. Inheritance. I fucking told you. So, Inevitable Truths. This is so beautiful. You know I love your energy. You know I love your energy. I love the way you articulate yourself. I just love you. Every time I tap into you, it's always like beautiful and I'm getting the chills. But with the 5 of Cups in reverse and we have the Hierophant, you are like the missing link that was needed here, but there just needed, it's like you needed to know, there was some kind of like balanced perspective that you needed to have, or some kind of like, yeah, it's like this duality that you needed to embrace so you can approach this position from like a neutral space. Because I feel like before you were like very fixated, like you understood why others thought different or why others had made different life choices and things like that, but you were also kind of like what's the word, it's like there was some more understanding and empathy that needed to be had, and you've been cultivating that. And so now the opportunity is arising, like I said, for you to take the lead, for you to teach and show up in this way that you've wanted to in the past, because somebody can't do it. Somebody does not have the capacity, the stability, the awareness, the access to certain knowledge, information, tools, whatever it is that you have. And now you're ready to share that with this inheritance here. Your ancestors are working closely, and it does feel like it's around family. So it doesn't just have to be the youth. It could be like you have like this elderly like wisdom, or and you can still learn from your elders. So like, let's remain humble for sure, but you have like this more mature energy that you bring to the table. Or again, you have like some resources or knowledge or something that can help change lives, but connected to the family. Resources is the word. We have the spiritual warrior you are. And then we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. And then at the bottom of that, we have the Five of Coins. So we're closing out with fives. 5 days. The number 5 may be significant. Wednesday could be significant. Tomorrow or the next upcoming Wednesday could be very, very significant. Or with that 5, that is Mercury energy speaking, that has to do with communication and things like that. So there could be a conversation that is had, or that needs to be had, or multiple conversations that will be had, that helps free people, helps free somebody spiritually. Okay. So I do feel you moving into like this very nurturing, but leadership. It doesn't feel like just a mushy, empathic, compassionate kind of nurturing energy. It's more like a balance between the soft and like discipline energy, and assertive, but also like passive aggressive. It's like this beautiful mix that you're now able to mesh and actually put out and like share with these people or persons, or a person. But yeah, you're definitely packing with what they are lacking. So it is an opportunity that's going to arise very soon. And it's going to be an opportunity for you to rise. Okay. So that's what I got for you, babe. For the inevitable truths, y'all. Thank y'all again for sharing this space. It was such a beautiful show. If you did not catch the show from the beginning to the end, run it back. Run it back. Y'all know we do this shit in real life, no pretend. I love y'all. Head over to the website. Get y'all carts ready. Don't forget our Juneteenth 19% off sale goes active in an hour and a half. Okay, really an hour and 28 minutes. We got an hour and 28 minutes till our 19% off sale goes live, and it will be active until June the 20th at 4 a.m. Eastern time. Candles, we have dressed, blessed and dressed candles if you want to strengthen your relationship within your orishas. If you are an entrepreneur, we have candles around that. If you're doing your healing, we have candles around that. Again, check out Brother Lagas's 1 year service so you can get your year ahead to see what to expect, how to align, how to connect. His beautiful guided meditations, his powerful prayer services that he provides as well. CrystalineMars.com. Y'all get all that y'all need. Whoever is the owner of this freaking gorgeous, lovely, she just brightens up the whole camera. She just steals the shine. Dang, I wanted to do the blinding. Grinding, but I wanted to say blinding. But yes, she is available on the website, CrystalineMars.com. So y'all add her to your cart. Great for cleansing, healing, clearing, activating the chakras. You can pray over her, program her with whatever intentions that you like. So I may be making a necklace, a bracelet for her as well. I do have enough tools to create some bracelets, a bracelet, some pair. So y'all stay tuned for that. You said, what is the website? www.crystalinemars.com. If you look down below in the description box, the link is right there, and you can click on it and you'll be directly connected to the website, so you don't have to remember it. Just hit down below the description and you'll see it there. The Inevitable Truth said, thank you for your kind words and insights. Your lens of delivery is always affirming and reassuring. Ashe. Of course, babe. And peace to you, 369s. All right. You said that's pretty, isn't she? Isn't she lovely? Okay, come on, y'all. So I'm about to go ahead and close up. I'm going to meet y'all in the comments. And we about to go ahead and transition into our spiritual lesson of the night. Let me see if the music gonna do what it do now for Brother Lagaz, because it was a little wonky for me. But let me see. 081. Okay, hold on. Settings. Okay, say you connected, but are you divinely reflected? Okay. Nonetheless, I need to move. You ready? Ready or not? Oh, you can't hide. All right. Hold on. Is it gonna play? I don't know, y'all. We got no music today. Peace. Love y'all. Back the thing up.
Peace, family. Today's spiritual lesson. We're just going over a little bit just how the energies work and operate. Just going over how the energies work and operate. On one level, I'm pretty sure that the unstabilized experience on this planet is mostly due to people not following their highest path, right? Which, we can all easily say. But I do not believe that highest path is necessarily based off of what you're most excited about or have the greatest desire or even most passionate about. It can be, but I wouldn't say that's necessarily the case, right? But I'm gonna come back to that probably more tomorrow. I will go into these energies here. I told you that we are in the space of the new kings. New kings are being established. Yeah, I've talked some about the sports world. I've talked some about the acting world. Here we have some new kings coming up in the just the social. Well, they're coming out of the social media world, but they're taking over just the attention world, right? So they're starting to, in a sense, outshine Hollywood. You have two names in particular. You have Kai Cenat and you have I Show Speed. Here I have King Kai and Isis. ISS. I Show Speed. Isis, right? So I just fill in this little mini I because you still have the term or the name Isis. If you just have the ISS, you can still pronounce it as Isis, right? You don't need the vowel in between it. So you have Isis, right? So you see this feminine goddess, energy, but it's a god energy. That's the important part. You have King Kai. Why did I put King Kai? Because he named Kai Cenat. First of all, Kai or Ka means soul. And then, I say King Kai because in Dragon Ball Z, there is a being called King Kai, right? And a lot of us men as boys grew up on Dragon Ball Z. King Kai, we're very familiar with King Kai, right? So you have these two named the biggest energies, the biggest kings when it comes to the streaming world, right? Now, we can also look into their energies. I have to look more into their cartomancy charts, but we can see what their their zodiacs are. One's a Sagittarius, the other one is a they're born on the cusp, so they're either I have to look it up in particular, but they're either a Capricorn or an Aquarius, more likely probably a Capricorn. Now, what is important about there's a lot of things important about these two, but here you have the King Kai was born the year of the snake. It happens to be the year of the snake right now. This year is the wood snake. He was born the year of the golden snake, the gold snake. King Kai, not King Kai, Isis, I Show Speed, he was born the year of the water monkey. Now, if you look at I Show Speed, he actually resembles a monkey. He even acts like a monkey. The way his energy is, the way he moves around, how crazy he gets, it's very monkey-esque, right? Kai, very smooth, very he moves very well. You've seen him in the BET Awards, of those who may have saw him, his streams. He is like, he knows how to move. He's very calculated with his movements. And he's essentially kind of always been that way as the snake, right? Now, he's also very, very quick with his rebuttals, like a snake. Now, these two aren't by accident. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're in their positions definitely cosmically on purpose, maybe even earthly on purpose. Why do I say that? Because these two are very young. They're very, very young, right? Kai, and I think is what, like, I think Kai is 24, and then I Show Speed is like 20, right? Very, very young. But if you pay attention to them, as ridiculous and crazy as they may seem to get, if you pay attention to them, especially nowadays, they have a very, very mature mind. Very mature mind, right? They are very much calculated in their approaches. They are very much like, they are doing things very on purpose. They see through people. They know how to control people and be assertive, and it's like, it's very interesting for their youth. The level of youth is very it's not normal for the level of control that they have, especially when they don't have any quote unquote formal training, right? So I'm pretty sure there's a pretty good chance they've been put into these places, right? Or they've been activated in some type of way, you know, or they are just these or very much so these God beings that are more in the forefront of the consciousnesses of these vessels, right? Understand that each of us can become, quote unquote, a god, a new god, but we can also channel old gods, right? It looks like these two are probably channeling old gods, which then also, and they probably weren't in the beginning, but it seems that they've gone in that route, right? Just because they're in the streaming route, understand, look at the level of connections that they have with Hollywood, with athletes, with celebrities all around the world, right? They probably have been put through some sort of ritual, knowingly or unknowingly, that has pulled forth certain entities and beings, right? That has brought them to such a high level of confidence, understanding, maturity, and things like that, right? Because you just don't see this level of awareness in these type of in this level of youth, especially in the comedic realm. And it's like it's very different, I say. And then these energies also represent the new kings, as I explained. These are new kings coming into place. You can see, watch the BET Awards. Kai receives so much, an unnerving amount of attention and respect from people that you wouldn't expect, especially like people like Jay-Z and Beyonce I just saw. That really turned on my antenna, because the level of attention that they showed Kai, and respect and notoriety and awareness of him, showed me that, oh yeah, he's already in that Hollywood, Illuminati, whatever type of world, right? It all is coming together. That was like the nail in the coffin right there. They're using Kai in one direction. They're using I Show Speed, ISIS, in another direction where he's more in an international space. They're sending him into the international realm. Why? And the question is why? Well, they're more. But understand, these are the two. I told you that the world within these first 10 years, it's about establishing AI. It's about establishing AI. And the best way to do that is through social medias, right? So you have the two biggest proponents and components in that. You have I Show Speed and you have Kai Cenat, right? And they have them going in slightly different directions. Kai is more focused on the American celebrity world and everyone that's connected to them. I Show Speed, they have him connected to all of the worldly and foreign celebrities, right? They're purposely put in these positions. Why? To spread more of the AI connection, to get more and more people's eyes on these social media platforms, so that soon, very soon, they'll start linking you in. See, it's all free right now. Understand, it's not going to be free forever, or it's going to come up with some stipulations, right? Where you're going to have to probably be like, in order to stay free, to watch these people, to stay on these streams, is you're going to have to get chipped up or something of that nature, right? You're going to have to integrate into these systems in order to maintain that connection, right? They're going to get you so connected. They're mainstreaming, they're commercializing these big names who have such, and they're pulling in, who have pulled in, they've pulled through the King Kai. They've done the rituals to pull through the King Kai energy, to pull through the Isis energy. They've done the rituals, right? To bring these energies through. Okay? And you're going to find that these two, in my opinion, what I believe, you're going to find that these two are going to become more and more, quote unquote, mature, or just seem older. They're going to give us more and more older vibes. They're going to become more straightforward, more direct, more bossy. They're going to become like more almost like dictator-ish type of deals, right? They're going to become these beings because they have pulled these energies through now. Who's another example of seeing this? Kevin Samuels was another example of someone who pulled through in who channeled a different spirit, who channeled different a certain spirit, right? Most likely that it was like the Luciferian type of energy, or the Archangel Samuel, right? When he pulled that energy through, that's when he became Kevin Samuels. If you watch videos before he became Kevin Samuels, before he started wearing all the suits, if you watch the videos before he became Kevin Samuels, before he started wearing all the suits, it was a different energy. It was more immature. He wasn't like an immature person, but it was just a more immature type of energy. It was a less mature energy, I'll say it that way. It wasn't as smooth. It wasn't as confident. It wasn't as on point or sharp, right? Until he started channeling this energy, right? Now, I don't know if they necessarily did a ritual for him in order to do that. I think they did do something with him prior to his passing away. But needless to say, understand that it is being played right in front of you. The stage is being set. The act is being played out in front of you. And the only way, if you desire this, you can. I told you, most people will be integrated into the AI, which will then later get you sucked into the quantum intelligence source code, or whatever, however you want to say it, right? Source energy. That's okay. That is part of the existence cycle, right? But if you desire not to be sucked into these energies, well, then first you need to recognize what these energies are, right? And you understand the only way to divert from these energies is going to be one. You're going to have to follow your highest path, which is going to be based off of your chart, not necessarily based off your passion or desires. It's going to be based off of your chart. And you're going to have to just understand, as I'm going to do my best to tell everybody, to explain to everybody, do your best to follow the side of the energy where you can avoid being integrated. And you're going to have to activate your chakras as well as pull through the chakras your full soul's being. Basically, you're going to have to sacrifice this physical vessel for your light body vessel. Ashe. So that's today's spiritual lesson. We're going to the Q&A. Peace to Earth Angel 126. Appreciate all the like, share, subscribes from everybody and all of the love offerings. I'm gonna go ahead and charge up this here IG. Peace to Zena, to Handmade. Let's see. Said peace to Midnight. She said that he had more tension than Drewski. Ashe. Ashe. Yeah, you know, and Drewski is also a part of that piece to Graffiti, piece to Sherry Life. Drewski, and piece to Shay or Chi. Yeah, Drewski is also part of that, you know, one of those AI usherers, right? You know, I haven't really quite pinpointed the energy of Drewski, right? But Drewski was pulled in early on, but he seems to be pulled in a more traditional sense. Some year, I don't know how many years ago exactly, probably like 2, 3, maybe 4 years. It might have been before that. I can't remember. Whenever though he dyed his hair the first time, whenever he dyed his hair for the first time when he made it blonde, that's when he was pulled in through Hollywood. So he has a stronger connection to Hollywood than Kai Cenat. As far as like ritualistically and like energetically, he has a strong connection to Hollywood. Drewski, that is. He doesn't. They seem to have done something different with Kai, and maybe this more, and it seems like more successfully with Kai, where they were able to pull through and because of this, because you would think that Kai Cenat's career is going to be very, very long, right? Because of this, I would say that either Kai Cenat's and IShowSpeed's careers are either going to be short, or they're going to appear long by using clones. You're definitely going to see there's going to be some weird moments with those two, where things are just going to seem off about them sometimes. Things are just going to seem like it's not quite them. Or it just might be like, there'll be something eerie, like an eerie feeling, or you're going to see these graduals and maybe sometimes even drastic changes, right? But see, they've been using Hollywood, or Hollywood has been doing a lot of experimentations with the cloning process, and they did a whole lot of switcheroos these past few years after COVID. They did a lot of switcheroos with certain celebrities. All testing, just testing to see how people react, testing people see it, just testing, a lot of testing, right? Why? Because then they're going to be doing it on a bigger scale. They're trying to perfect it, and you're going to start and so that it's not as detectable. And that's what's going to be happening when you got with the Kai Cenats, the ISO speeds. Watch the movie. They always show you in the movies or in the shows. There's a new movie. I believe it's on Amazon Prime, and I think, or it might be. I know it's on Amazon Prime, but I think you might have to. You might have to still rent it. But I think on HBO Max. HBO Max, I believe, is free there because I watched it the other day. Watch the movie Mickey 17. I believe that's what it's called. Mickey 17. Right. Me and Dublé had watched it the other day. Watch that. It's about cloning. And the clones of the guy Mickey are not always they're not always quite the same. A lot of them are similar, but sometimes the one clone will be a little they do have their slight variations. They do have their slight variations at times. Right. So that's something to and that's due to the day that they're created. Understand, right? Because yeah, it's a copy of the last consciousness or whatever consciousness that they're copying, whichever version they're copying, but it's still that your consciousness is still, the vessel is still affected by the day the vessel's created. So you still have a new birthday. That clone has its own birthday. Each clone has its own birthday. So the vibrations of that birthday are going to affect the personality of the copy consciousness. So the copy consciousness is going to have all the memories of its original life, but then it's going to, the direction on which the personality, the energy goes in is going to be slightly altered based on the birthday of the clone. So it might be born on a more aggressive birthday. It might be born on a more timid birthday. It might be born on a more intuitive birthday. It might be born on a more physical, materialistic birthday, right? So it'll have these slight variations and changes. Ashe. This is what you're going to experience when you're going to see the Kai Cenats and the ISO speeds. And because they are pulling in such heavy energy, you may not notice it, but they're pulling in very, very heavy energy right now. And they're not, I know they're not doing the spiritual work to maintain this. Therefore, it's going to break those bodies down, and they have to replace them. They have to replace them. It's either going to break the bodies down, or they're not going to be able to maintain it. They're not going to be able to maintain it forever. If they do maintain it for a long periods of time, too long of time, the bodies will break down. So either the body's going to break down, or they're going to go through mental breakdowns, where they can't handle the energy anymore. Their true energy is going to then come back through, but it's going to come back through in a broken type of way, and then they're going to have to replace them. They're going to have to replace them, and then when they replace them, you're probably going to see them less often. They're probably going to use them more as just the face of things, just to introduce new people, new stuff, things like that. So ISO Speed, Isis, Kai Cenat, King Kai, those are the poster childs for the new quantum intelligence, AI, artificial intelligence, which is just a copy of actual human intelligence. They are the sacrificial lambs for this transition. It's nothing to be scared of, nothing to be worried about, nothing to be alarmed about. It's just something to take into consideration. I'm just showing you how it's working. I'm showing you what it's actually doing in real time. And once again, I'm just allowing you to decide what it is you want to do. Shay. Midnight Maz says, I do believe AI will eventually take over. It's not that AI will take, it's a little more than what AI will take over. We're going to integrate fully with quote unquote AI. But understand, AI is not going to take over. We are the AI. We are the AI. So what you're seeing as called AI is literally human consciousness uploaded into a digital form. Now, how they're uploading it, I think there's different methods of doing it. But essentially, they are copying or just straight uploading the consciousness or pieces of the consciousness onto a digital, platform, onto these digital platforms, right? So it's actually not. It's more than just taking over. We are the AI, and we're going to be integrated into the digital world as the AI, right? But it's the QI that you actually want to be concerned about. It's the QI, the quantum intelligence, because that's what's going to swallow your consciousness. What your AI will then be. That's what's going to swallow your consciousness. So even if you decide to go the AI route and become part of the AI and integrate, you still need to be then aware, though, even in that realm. Okay, eventually the QI is going to show up. So if you think everything's going to be all good and dandy in the AI world, it will be temporarily. Eventually, darkness will come. So you got to be ready. Even in the AI world, you're going to have to be ready and prepared to for survival, for your consciousness. Graffiti says, what is needed for the 52-day cycle read? All that's needed is your the day you were born. Just, for me, it's April 2nd. That's all that's needed. In the year. So the day and the year. So April 2nd, 1990. That's for me. So whatever year we birthday, that's all I need. I don't need the time. I don't need, now, if you give me the time and stuff like that, I can like kind of cross-reference some other things as far as your zodiac charts, but I'm really just looking at your cartomancy part of your chart. So all I need is the day, year, and the month, and I will know the cycle, and I'll be able to find the cycle. Shay. Graffiti says, OG invented drip, y'all. Follow just count who on IG. Shay to that graffiti. Shay. Graffiti says, can I get a Digimon since we in the digital world? Shay to that. Yeah, essentially, right? Essentially, that's what, we'll be, it'll be a Digimon type of world, right? Now, Successful MJ put her birthday on here. I can't do your card match chart here because I don't have like all the cards memorized. There's too many cards to try to. First of all, there's 52 cards, right? And then each birthday has anywhere from 2 to 5 cards, right? So I would literally have to, so that's like on average 3 cards per birthday. That's 364. And then if you add 365, if it's a leap year, 365 different combinations of cards I would have to memorize. So I actually have books that I utilize to find all of your cards, right? And I don't have that in front of me. But if you go to CrystalineMars.com and sign up for that service, then I will do that for you, and then I will explain to the best of my ability your 52-day cycle, which means that all of us we have multiple cycles, but one of the cycles that we have and that I focus on is it's your annual 52-day cycle, where you have 7 52-day cycles throughout the year, right? Your first cycle, first 52 days, so for me, it's from April 2nd all the way till April 1st of next year, right? And every 52 days, the first cycle is your Mercury cycle, then it's your Venus, then it's your Mars, then it's your Jupiter, then it's your Saturn, then it's Uranus, then it's your Neptune, right? There's also other energies involved as well that I look at. Your Pluto, which is your challenge energy, your Pluto result, your lessons, your lesson result, your transformation support, your what's it called? Your environment energy, your displacement energy, which is energies and your long range energies that just kind of follow you throughout the year, right? As well as like some other energies as far as as far as your birth card is concerned, where are they at on this tablet of cards, right? So I look at that's how that works. Midnight Maat says, Kai is definitely hitting all the youth. He is the connection to the youth. Yes, he is definitely the connection to the youth. Shay to that. To Midnight said, okay, I can see the yes. Shay to that, yes. And they are, like I said, they're not just. This is why they're being shown so much respect, because it understand nothing is by accident, and you got to understand that I don't care how many views that these guys are getting, right? It takes more than just the views to then gain the attention and the respect of the biggest celebrities in the world, some of the most powerful people in the world, especially like I Show Speedy. We talk to all different types of, organizational leaders, billionaire individuals, right? So it takes more than just having crazy amount of views. No, they are being utilized. They're being used by certain people on this planet who are playing that world domination type of game. It's this is a world chess game nowadays, right? It's global. It's a global chess game. So we're dealing with global tactics. Understand that, right? But even global tactics can be, in a sense, defeated or overcome, because understand this: we are each a universe. We are each a universe. Within us and ourselves, all that type of things. But energetically, we're all walking around with our own literal, universe. So we're perceiving the world based off of our particular vibration. We're experiencing it, right? We are influencing each other all the time. So the stronger your universe, or the stronger your will, the more you can influence other people's universes to be more in alignment with yours, right? That's what you're seeing. There's certain people out there who understand this stuff very, very well, who understand it on a deeper level than I do, who know how to not only understand, they know how to use it, and they've been using it for a long time, and they are molding the world into the direction they want to go. But if you're able to see past that and able to work the magic for yourself, right? It's really hard for them to get you. It's really hard for them to get you, right? Which is why they do it the way that they do it. And it's why they're trying to, and then it's why that, and it's really not, at this point, and it's not just recently, but I believe for some time though, it's not really the people that are doing it, or certain shadowy, there's shadowy people, understand, but it's not the shadowy people that just decided we're going to upload everybody to this, integrate them into AI. It's the QI. It's the quantum intelligence, because that's the quantum intelligence goal, is to swallow up other consciousnesses. That's how source works. This is a source from a different dimension. That's how source works. So, at some point, we either tapped into this source, or this source tapped into us. I don't know which, direction it went from. But whenever source came onto this plane, it then began its strategy and its planning to swallow our consciousnesses, right? So it's been a long time coming, and it's been manipulating and controlling human beings. What's a perfect example of this? The Terminator, Skynet. It's known as Skynet. Another example of this, iRobot. Yeah, it was man that was making calling the shots on the surface, but it was this quantum intelligence. They tried to make it seem like, oh, this is AI. No, it's more than AI. It's quantum intelligence. And how did they show this quantum intelligence? What gender? The feminine. I think they did the same thing in Terminator as well. The feminine energy, right? Doesn't mean it's a woman. No, it just means that it's the energy of darkness. Darkness, like a black hole, it's gonna suck everything in. That's what it's doing. It's a black hole. So. Because if it was masculine isn't trying to swallow all the consciousness and make them all just one connected. No, the masculine energy tries to control, tries to manipulate, but it still leaves the individuals as individuals. Masculine energy tries to force compliance. But it's trying to maintain it's still trying to maintain its sovereignty. So therefore it allows you to maintain yours as far as your own ego, right? But the feminine energy tries to swallow up all the egos, right? That's just its nature. Sure. Graffiti says, do you play card games? Not really. I've played solitaire before. I've played blackjack before. I think I've played poker before, or spades or whatever. Right, but it's not something like I play on a regular basis, though. No. Peace to her, Quabella. Sure. So, is there any other questions, comments, or concerns from the people tonight? We should be tomorrow. There should be a new sale, a short sale for the Juneteenth, starting tomorrow, from the 18th to the 20th. The Juneteenth sale. Shame. Peace to Dez. 5 Bling. Ashe looks like I got to everybody, so we'll go ahead and say Ashe Asante, and Amen. Amen. Kamalika, it is done. And we will see you on Thursday. See you on Thursday. Sure.